Hi guys, welcome to another episode of It Lurks Below. My name is Wilfred, and in today's episode I'd like to show you some gameplay on this character called the Enchanter. It's a compilation video, so it's going to be all action oriented. In my last video I showcased to you what I would do when I started playing the game the first 2 hours, just to level up my survival kind of rank, build up my base so that I'm on the best foot forward to do some real kind of like content here. So I hope you got a chance to take a look at that, and basically if you follow the tips I've laid out for you, the rest of it is pretty smooth sailing. You don't need to worry too much about food or what to eat and so on. Your base is sorted, all your farming and cooking is on rotation. That's pretty nice. As of at the end of this video, my Enchanter is actually level 6, also survival rank 13. So in some way my survival rank is higher than my leveling rank, I guess, because I spend more time in farming and cooking, and in just right now started to get a little bit XP. I don't know whether you guys notice or not, but when I play Enchanter, or at least any character, I like to play it safe a little bit. So one thing great about It Lurks Below is that you could use the environment to advantage. So there's gravity, of course, and now by the way, this one is when I jumped in and kind of make a mistake, and this guy will just destroy all the earth around me, and I couldn't even get out from it. So I didn't know that this boss is so taxing. So this is after the character dies, and I need to pick up some of the gears and try to, you see the gear over there, I managed to pick it up again. But this guy here, they eat ground. I didn't know that. Yeah, I soon get my kind of like revenge. As you can see, the great thing about this game is that although sometimes it could be very exciting and challenging, but by and large, if you observe what's around you and use the environment to your advantage. And by the way, this is called an ancient item. Ancient item is very class specific, although there are actually non-class specific ones as well. You can loot other classes ancient, if I'm not wrong. So this one is called the hang on a second, I wrote it down somewhere. It's called the Jade Skull of the Third Eye. So what it does is that there's a cooldown of 10 seconds, but it can be shortened to 8, 6 or 4 depending on the rank of the ancient item. It would just freeze enemies around you. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Emma Frost if you guys play Marvel heroes, because she can stun kind of like enemies. It's more a mental thing. I think Enchanter is very much a mental thing, but yeah, I mean, that is pretty cool. Now, I mean, if you observe how I play as well, just to continue the topic of using environment, sometimes I will be like just opening a hole, try to shoot a bullet across it, and this is yet another boss that, well, it's a named mob that I need to deal with it. But I know that some of them is melee, some of them is range, so that when I by the way, I use a blessing as well, just to get a little bit of extra to it. But I know that I could actually do something like that, so I thought that was pretty smart, and I can use the wall at the back too, because when you use the wand, it's not a gun, but when you use a wand, there's a recoil, so it's good. And this one also, I think I'm going to use the ancient item to freeze. You see the blue icon there, the enemy is frozen for a period of time, and it's good to build some platform so that you don't fall straight to the mob, and then after that you just get like just that they gang up on you, and it's not really fun. So it's kind of fun at this level. You use a little bit of strategy like that. But of course, when it comes to a lower tier, I mean, go down the tier a little bit, when things get a little bit more difficult, there will be a kind of like a dungeon in a different layout and so on. So I freeze them, I step in there, I shoot them from afar. So I like this game a lot, because you can be pretty smart playing this game. And not necessarily like some of the ARPG out there, whereby you just keep like destroying mobs and just run your rotation. A little bit observation on where the environment is. The gravity could be your friend or could be your foe. So this one, I build a platform myself, freeze them, and after that I just shoot them from afar. rather safe distance, and you really want to like lose, like risk it. You know, I think what I'm trying to say is that because when you risk it, there's a chance that your character may die, and then you may drop some of the gear. No big deal though. I mean, you can always try to get it back, but sometimes it may be bad luck, and you don't really get to get them. Now, I know my level is not that high given the time of hours that I played so far, mainly because, you know, now that it is early access, before that it was closed beta, I knew that my character would get wiped, so I didn't really care too much about exploration. But now that it's on early access, and there's a high chance that, you know, the character would not be wiped, I play a little bit more thoroughly, meaning that I actually explore the entire, you can see the mini-map right there. I opened up quite a lot of area. It's like, you know, like an ant tunnel there. So basically, I just would like to open up all the areas I could. Now, it's not really doing too much XP for me, maybe my level and so on. But I mean, it's fun time. I mean, there's no hurry. It's just one of those games that I think is, when you watch the video, you don't really get it, like how addictive or fun it could be. But you know, when I first started the game like a couple of days ago, after it going into early access, it's my 4th game anyway. I've done closed beta 3 times, 3 character, Bard, Cleric, as well as the Necromancer. So I was like, okay, fine. I mean, you'll start another one. I wasn't really that keen to put too much time in it. I thought maybe I just do like you know, half an hour to it. But before I knew it, 2 hours has gone, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, 2 hours gone, and tonight as well, long day at work, and I was like, okay, just spend a couple of, like, you know, maybe 15 minutes or half an hour, do some farming, do some you know, mobs and stuff like that. But you know, it's just again, I mean, you know, I've spent quite a lot of time playing this, so I mean, it's really fun. And I've also joined, I mean, I'm on the Discord, and by the way, my Discord ID is in my video, just in case you're wondering if I am who I am when I'm chatting in Discord. I also in Discord and realized that, I mean, a lot of people are very excited about the loot that they found, like some of the affixes that none of us have seen it before, some of the very rare affixes, like, you know, maybe execute, or some of the new unique items that some already managed to find it as well. So it's a lot of loot finding, a lot of excitement. I've seen some of the unit that you could actually glide. You can double jump, you know, you can character the double jump, and your character can glide as well. I mean, imagine once you get that unit, what sort of like possibility out there. I mean, in my last you know, game, I actually had the teleport. I thought it was really cool because I could just teleport to places really fast. But I mean, you know, there's been a lot of changes from closed beta now, and I'm very keen to learn more as well. And by the way, I'm going back to my base. My base is very much like what you've seen before. I'm experimenting on the tomato down below, as well as a potato, tomato. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really got any recipe really opened up for the tomato, or potato yet. But I'm thinking of you know, making some, I think some chili pot. I need some tomato, some chili, some garlic to make something that is even more better than the warm berry pie, whereby it has a health regen kind of function. So I'm doing that. From time to time, I go back to the base. A good thing about tomato is that when you pluck them, just like berry, it doesn't disappear. So you don't have to you know, do the soil again and put the seed inside. And I'm also experimenting something called a perfect crop. So it is one of the survival kind of like points that you invest in it, and then there's a chance that the crops that you harvest will be a perfect crop, and you could use a fertilizer as well. But so far, I haven't really got a lot of fertilizer or you know, yeah. But you know, it seems that the perfect crop lasts longer, slightly longer than the rest of the non-perfect crops. On itself, is not really exciting. I'm trying to see if combine them, when I cook perfect crops together, does it yield me a better product, like last longer? Does the vegetable pie or warm berry pie last longer with the perfect crops? I don't know. I think if it was the case, then it would be quite nice, but otherwise, yeah, just one of those things. So I hope you enjoy this short video on the gameplay itself. I'll play a little bit more, probably get one or two ancient items extra, then they get more exciting for you to see. Usually, from my experience, the first ancient item is not really build defining, just an introduction to the class itself, like Enchanter, can do like a mind blast or whatever it is to stun people around you. But the cool thing is that as you get your ancient items and you start to see some passive, some extra active items that is more build defining, and then the attribute that you put in will make more sense. I do not know for Enchanter, would it benefit, like, you know, does intelligence or wisdom has other added functionality rather than say the mana or the you know, recharge time reduction? I do not know, but it's something cool about this game. Just keep finding out. Right now there are 6 classes, but I think there will be more to come, just like Marvel Heroes. I think it just makes a lot of things like that, and there's cosmic gear, there's unique gear. So yeah, there you have it. It's Marvel Heroes in a sense, pixel art. All right, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.